is come to my realization that you likely have no idea what I'm doing, and that's okay. In the past year, I've gone from just a regular old college football player to gaining the title of creator slash producer of 30 Days Offline. This, I mean, every day I wake up just to see what's going to happen next. It's a pretty interesting thing going on, and I'm here to tell you the story of how it came to be, how it came to this point today. So basically, it all started with me responding to an email. I was at home for winter break, sitting on the couch, just happened to be monitoring my inbox, and this email came through for a new class being offered that semester called The Art of Storytelling. That was compelling enough for me to just read the rest of the email. Well, and it was exactly what it sounds like, the art of storytelling, learning how to tell stories and what storytelling's all about. And so at the bottom of it, it said that there is this trip abroad involved to Europe for a film festival and then like 2 weeks in Italy, something like that. And, you know, as a football player, you don't even look at study abroad opportunities because your schedule is so demanding 365. But this fit perfectly, and I mean perfectly, into the 1 month break that, you know, we got before summer training. So I threw my name in. I just responded to the email, hey, I'm interested, let me know. And so about a month later, I'm back on campus. It was like 2 weeks into the semester. The class didn't start until halfway through, so that's why I didn't hear anything yet. Halfway through the semester, that is. And so I was just like, hey, like, I haven't heard anything about this. Let me go find somebody and ask them if they know anything about what's going on. So I go to the study abroad office and I just popped my head in, hey, do you know, is there any update for COM 401? And they go, wow, look who's here. The only person who signed up for the class. And I was very surprised by that. I mean, I thought it was a really unique, cool opportunity that piqued my interest. So like somebody else had to sign up, but no, that was it so far. So they're saying like, yeah, we need 9 people or so to really get this thing going. And it's like, all right, cool. Well, just keep me in the loop. You know, I'm interested. I'm ready. I'm on standby. Just let me know. And so, they ended up like cutting the trip in half to try and get more people to sign up. But in the end, they could only really get like 5 people to start the class. But hey, they started the class. That's all right. Day by day, it just kept moving forward and it was working out, right? So we're in the middle of the semester now, around like March, right after spring break. And we start the class with 5 or 6 people. So, you know, I just treat it like a regular old class, man, like just assignment once a week and just doing my homework and just, you know, just being, you know, interested in what I was doing, asking questions in class, things like that. And so, yeah, so one day we were doing this class exercise, just brainstorming, and that's where 30 Days Offline kind of, you know, was birthed. And that's, you know, from that point on, I ran with it. And so I just proceeded to treat this like a normal final project that you do in any class. And so a couple months later, it's time to go to Monaco. We arrived in Monte-Carlo. And at this point, in the end, it was only me, 2 other students, and our professor. One of the students was actually my boy Malachi. We played football together, which was, you know, kind of comforting to me because, yeah, like it was just different, like stepping out as a student and not just being like a student athlete type of thing. You know, if you know, you know. And so we arrived in Monaco and, you know, didn't realize what the opportunity at hand was until we got there. That's when it really settled in. I mean, literally within the first hour of the first event we went to for the Monte-Carlo Television Festival, we mingled with someone that was literal royalty. Like literally. They handed us a business card, walked away, and me and Malachi are like, no way. So that's when it really settled in. But, and that's all just a story for another day. That's a story for another day. So a couple days later was the pitch contest. And everybody did amazing. Even the people that were from other countries, not my classmates, just other contestants, everybody was amazing. Fortunately, I won the contest though, which felt like a new life beginning right in that moment. And so what happened next? I went back to Bryant and just did my summer workouts. That's what happened next. Life moved on. It was yeah. And so I'm back, you know, just doing my thing, working out. And then, you know, me, Tom, and the rest of 1895 Films, we started getting together in July, started working on it via Zoom. And yeah, we just continued meeting like once or twice a week, as much as I was able to, as much as they were able to. We met to just further developing the concept, taking the next steps. Excuse me. And so until about September, everything was smooth for the most part. You know, it was a lot to handle. It was, at the time, it was looking like it was going to be my last year of football. It was my senior year of college. And I'm also managing, developing a TV show with a very legitimate company. So it was a lot. I ain't gonna lie, man. It was a lot. It was tough. And there's one thing I could do to lighten my workload so that I could be more present with everything I was doing. And it was a tough decision to make, but it was redshirting. If you know what that is, it's with football. It's where you can play up to 4 games and then you're done for the season. You're still on the team, you know, and you just carry on. But, you know, you play 4 games and that's it. So I met with my coach, and, there's some indifferences in the conversation, and I knew it was a potential possibility. It's not what I wanted, but I got removed from the team for redshirting. And that's okay. That's okay, because it's really just the whole process. It's the whole journey. It's how I'm making this video right now today. And so from that point on, it was a quick, it was literally an overnight transition. Everything was different from that point on, but it gave me a lot of time to devote to working on 30 Days Offline. And so we continued, steadfast, baby, steadfast. And around November, the week before Thanksgiving it was actually, they flew me out to Hollywood. And stay tuned, because there will be some videos coming out for that soon. But they flew me out to Hollywood. We filmed the sizzle reel, gave me a little tour of, the scene out there and stuff. And we got her done. We got the sizzle reel done. And then so whenever I returned from Hollywood back to campus, it was just like the festival. But instead of going to summer workouts, I entered the transfer portal. And so that was now that, we kind of, at the time, the work that we had to do for 30 Days Offline was put to bed. It was time to revamp up my football career, my football life. So I entered the transfer portal, and at the time in the portal, I earned 18 offers, and it was amazing opportunities. And I am very blessed and proud to say this, I committed to the Citadel in Charleston, South Carolina. So that's where I am, filming this video right now for you to watch today. And so, but while I was in the portal, we launched the social medias for 30 Days Offline. And I felt in my heart like I would be a fraud. I would be a hypocrite if I still had my own Instagram and certain things like that, right? It was for the feng shui and not the addiction side of the internet that we were chasing. So I deleted my own Instagram. We launched the social medias for 30 Days Offline, and I had a 2-week window to figure out where I was going to go do my grad school and play my last year of football at. And it all worked out amazing. Amazing. I wouldn't wish for it to be any other way. Because that's what's allowed me to sit here in front of this camera and tell you what's happened this past year. So what's coming up next is really just, you can look out for another video coming out soon about the inspiration behind 30 Days Offline. As I mentioned, going to Hollywood, look out for some Hollywood vlogs, got those coming out soon. And if you're digging this, if whether it's just following my story or really learning about 30 Days Offline and how this can impact just a whole epidemic of screen time, I really believe in my heart that this could be that's all I got for you. So yeah, thank you for watching. Subscribe, like, comment, all that stuff. Just check out 30 Days Offline, see if it's for you. Love to have you. It's a collective. We're here for each other. It's all about connection, disconnecting to reconnect. So thank you for watching. Catch y'all later.